Alright, hitching my giddy up. So one of my previous videos I took a Gerber frame lock skeletal that had malfunctioned, and I took the hinge bolt out of it and repaired another knife. What happened to the other knife is the head broke off of the hinge bolt. But on a lot of folding knives, especially like these, or some of, well, just any pocket knife, you know, it's got a clip on it, carry in your pocket from day to day. A lot of the manufacturers out there will put some sort of locking agent on the bolts that hold the actual frame together. Not all do, and just because it's a cheap knife doesn't mean it's a bad knife. But I'm going to show you something that you can do. It's really simple. It doesn't cost a lot. And you can do it at home as long as you take a little bit of time and some care. There we go. Got a lot of gunk in it, pocket do residue. And it looks like there's nothing but gunk on those. But that's basically, you know, frame lock, skeletal frame, Gerber taken apart. You've got little brass inserts and all that jazz, and bolts. I have found with some of my clip knives, and I don't know if it's just because the type of work that I do, say you're in landscaping and you're riding around on a lawnmower all day, you've got a lot of vibration. Lawnmowers, forklifts, those type of applications, there's no really suspension on those vehicles. So you get a lot of vibration. I don't know if that's transferring to your pocket knife or your clip knife, and making the bolts actually vibrate loose. I don't know what it is. But this is a blade that, if you notice, one of the bolts is missing. And the reason is it just backed out all by itself. It fell into my pocket and is who knows where. So instead of having that happen, simple thing that you can do is you can go to your local auto parts store and you can purchase some Loctite. This is stick form. You can get it in liquid in the tube. I advise you to get the blue because you will still be able to get your knife apart. If you need to take it completely down, this one is kaput and no longer usable. But if you're super anal like me, I'd sometimes like to take my knives down all the way and clean them. This one hasn't been cleaned ever. But you can see that the frame is tweaked. I may put this in a vise and see if I can't fix it maybe. I think the reason that it did what it did is, if you can see, there's like a little indentation right here in the frame. And I'm not exactly sure what it's there for, but that is where the metal is real thin, and that's where it bent. And you can see that I can bend it with my finger. So yeah, there, I just straightened it out with my fingers. So I may put this back together, probably not, just because that's dangerous, and I really don't like dangerous failures, catastrophic failures with my knives. I've had one once and my finger did not like it very well. So getting back to the subject at point, what you can do on this knife, it's got the bolts that are underneath the pocket clip. So what you got to do is you actually got to take the pocket clip off, and those are Allen heads actually. So you just remove your Allen head bolts or screws, whichever you may want to call them. Technically they're screws because they don't have nuts on the end of them. Bolts always have nuts. And you just use the applicable Allen head. Sorry, I'm not left-handed, so this is a little bit difficult. You guys get what I'm doing. So you just want to take them out, and this is just a clip, so it's not really, you know, that difficult. Just straightforward. Good idea. Leave them all in the same hole. Just kind of set that to the side because you don't really want to mess it up. All right, so then you can see we've got 3 screws on this side. We've only got 2 on this side because 1 is actually missing. What you want to do to keep these other 5 from backing out, because eventually I'll find something I can use for